The third point is that the staff is well trained, upgraded every time, like in a period that you design for professional development workshops and programs, and they have the access to sort of nurture themselves as an educator, be active themselves, be upgraded, be relevant to the generation they're working with. So that is very important, that they're trained in that particular subject, in that particular curriculum approach, and not just by the checklist of trainings that, okay, you entered, we've given you training, now you do your job. No, I've seen many preschools do that, because for them, I've seen the hiring happen in preschools most of like need based. So today, oh, we need a teacher, so they hire, and then without training they put them in the classrooms and they say training hoti rahegi, we'll do it later. Please don't do that, because the child they're dealing with needs that sort of. So if you're doing it, then don't claim yourself as quality education, so that parents can make the right choices, or you can be authentic with what you're doing. But if you really need to brand yourself as quality, then please scale this now. If you have this, superb. But if you don't, then see what you can do to sort of be authentic about training your teachers, not by forcefully making them sit and you only taking all the training. No, we don't carry all the strengths. So how much are you open to collaborate with people who have that mastery, and they can come and really educate your teachers? And or maybe there are different courses available online. How much are you open to really allow them to choose their courses and choose their interest areas, and work on them? So because that works very nicely, rather than one fit. If you are doing an active participant learning for children, you first need to do it for teachers. If you force teachers, if you direct teachers, if you like make don't give them freedom enough, how are they going to do the same with the children? So to be able to really speak and say and claim and brand yourself as a curriculum approach that you're claiming to be, as an active learning or maybe progressive curriculum, first see how much are you progressive, or how much are your mindset, or how much is your mindset adapting the whole approach. And how are you dealing with your staff? Because the way you are doing it is going to fall, it falls from top to bottom. So see where you are in this whole spectrum, and then have set your expectations for your staff. They're going to do the same with the children. So the fourth point, staff is also trained in a lot of aspects, like how to observe children, how do you record what their interests are, how much they have developed, what is the next level of development. Support children in all areas of their development, all the domains like cognitive, physical, social, emotional, and social studies, and creative arts, and so on. And they have that excess of content material to really go through and really do right with what they can do with the children. And otherwise is that they have that in-service training option, wherein when they face any concern and problem, they can really reach out to that advisor or a person who can coach them, or who can provide that sort of customized training to that group of teachers, so that they are able to solve the issue. Because sometimes I have noticed that many preschools, what they do is, even a bigger chains, they would organize one training, and they'll have hundreds of people in it. But not all teachers have the same problems. Might be dealing with something very, very critical at the moment. But if you are a trainer, you got to give them answers. If they would have known, they could have found themselves. So don't underestimate the power of Google and the free courses available. And of course, they can definitely come to my channel. But I'm just saying that you have to be open. You have to be really mindful about who are you training in what are their needs. So as we analyze the needs of the children and then provide access to the learning experience, similarly, we have to analyze, evaluate, work with teachers and evaluate their needs of training, their needs in the set of domains that they need to work on, and give them what they need. So you understand what I'm saying? This is very critical. And I work with multiple schools so far. And lately, I've noticed I've not been even getting that feeling of that this is happening right somewhere, because of course there are a lot of areas to deal with as a management. Like you need to look at, as a supervisor, you'll also see the logistic of it, you'll match up the timings. And of course, when you're with young children, you cannot take out time from the midday. All of that is fine, but when you're committed to this job, you're committed to this whole idea of getting into early childhood space, this is what it demands. Okay, the next point, are you involving parents? How are you building community of your own, where parents are also participating in day-to-day business of yours? Of course, I'm talking about the child development. How much are they actively participating? Are you sending something home? Are you in conversation with them? Are you also recording what child is doing at home and taking that notes from the parents so that you are able to sort of settle the child the next day? One thing is for sure that parents are children's first teacher. Anyway, when they come to the preschool, they already learn so much and come. They already are like a, they know what is this, what is that. They know one word answers. So I think we should appreciate the fact and the power of community, the power of nurturing child together. So instead of keeping parents aside, and on the other side, if there are parents who say that we don't have time and we are paying your fees and you do it, then you need to demand that attention from the parents. Because if the parents who come to you, if the guardians, whoever is coming to you for the admission, they're like, we are expecting this, then you need to demand that, because the child is only going to be for 3.5 hours in the school, the rest of the time is home. So these are certain things you have to take care at home, and that demand must be from school, not coming from that fear. I know there are many people who fear withdrawals, and they are dealing with a temperament and not sure of, or not being confident of communicating, because you're not mastering that subject. When you master the subject, nobody can stop you for being that confident and really or requesting parents for really participating, and they will really listen to you. But parents also need to see if they can look up to you, and for that, you need to really upgrade yourself and become master of what you do. That's how you should perceive, not covering up, hey, I have this experience, that. Forget about your experiences and what you know. Just master the subject. Even if you're less experienced, more, doesn't matter. But just know what you're doing. Just know what you're doing so well that the people working with you want to just, work together with you, and they want to listen more about what you're saying. So that's part of your self development, but you do that, try that and let me know how it goes. And if you need to access how to master the subject, drop me an email. I'll help you. There are in preschools not just the educational needs, but there are some non-educational needs as well. And those could be the bodily care. If children are not coming to school regularly, what they're dealing with at home, making home visits. Of course, post-pandemic, if you feel like that's a restriction, but if things are fine, you can take a consent and take the, because home visits to make magical impact on your relationship with a child. So because children learn from trusting relationships, so how much they trust you, that much are they going to be exploring more and learning more. And so you have to be sensitive towards the non-educational needs of the child. Are the resources available to you? Are the people who are going to support you there available, or is it structured? Do you have all the necessary materials like first aid and, you know other things that they might need, food and every aspect of it? So on the call doctor and other things. So the high quality preschools must, if they claim they must check that whether they are like having that assumed or sort of precautionary steps they've already taken, and in 360 aspects. So not just jab hoga dekhenge, but they already have that set. I think then that's going to be. And let me tell you, in early childhood development, in early years, preschool is just one aspect. The children are going through so much of the other things as their experience. They're meeting the world like, whoa, this is the whole world. There's this, of course, one, the sense of belongingness evolves, but also they are experiencing their behavior, the response that they get, and then, feeding the knowledge. Joe Piaget's whole cognitive theory works like, they assimilate the new information, and, they children like really learn every time.